If your deepest secret had a color, what would it look like? Today, I'm painting mine. Imagine a world where the floor beneath your feet is made of liquid light, and the walls are painted with the echoes of your own heartbeat. This is the threshold of the canvas, the place where the physical world ends and the dream begins. Most people see a blank white rectangle as an empty space, but as an artist, I see it as a cage that is waiting for someone brave enough to break the locks. We are not here to paint a picture of a tree or a face. We are here to paint the electricity that makes the tree grow and the sorrow that makes the face beautiful. This is Dreams in Motion, and today we are going to explore why your subconscious is the most powerful brush you will ever own. Before we lay down a single drop of pigment, I want you to close your eyes and ask yourself, if your highest ambition had a color, what would it be? If your deepest fear had a texture, would it be smooth like glass or jagged like a broken mountain? We are going to take those invisible textures and make them immortal. The first movement of any great abstract work is the hook of the void, that terrifying moment where you realize you have no map. You have to trust that the hand knows things the head hasn't learned yet. Look at this first wash of Prussian blue. It isn't just a color, it's a drowning sensation that we are going to transform into a diving board. As the water hits the canvas and the pigment begins to bloom, you are watching a dream take its first breath. In modern abstraction, we don't seek control, we seek a partnership with chaos. If the paint drips, we don't wipe it away, we ask it where it's going. This is the first lesson of rising beyond your limits. You cannot reach the heights if you are afraid of the fall. The flow of this piece is dictated by the 5-second rule of discovery. Every 5 seconds, the eye must find a new topographical map, a new ridge of dried impasto, or a hidden vein of gold that suggests there is wealth buried beneath the struggle. As we move into the second hour of creation, the internal conflict begins to manifest on the surface. You'll notice I'm switching from a soft brush to a heavy, rusted palette knife. There is something deeply emotional about the sound of metal scraping against fabric. It sounds like a secret being told in a language of friction. We are layering history now. In professional art, the most captivating pieces are those that feel like they have lived 1,000 lives before you walked into the gallery. I am layering translucent glazes of crimson over deep shadows because dreams aren't just bright lights. They are the shadows that give those lights a reason to shine. If you are watching this and you feel stuck in your creative journey, it's likely because you are trying to be too neat. You are trying to paint a finished result instead of experiencing a raw process. Abstraction is the art of being in between. It is the motion of the dream, not the destination of the sleeper. Watch closely as I introduce the disruptor. I'm taking a spray bottle of pure alcohol and misting it over the wet oil. See how the surface shatters. It looks like a galaxy being born, or perhaps a memory being erased. This is the high-retention moment of the soul, where the viewer cannot look away because they are seeing something beautiful being destroyed to make room for something sublime. We must be willing to sacrifice our pretty ideas to make room for our powerful ones. This is where the artist's ego dies and the artwork's spirit takes over. You can feel the shift in the room. The air gets heavier. The music in the background seems to slow down, and suddenly, you aren't just a person in a studio. You are a conduit for a force that has been trying to speak through you for years. To the art lovers watching this, you aren't just looking at paint. You are looking at a record of a human being refusing to be silent. Every splatter is a protest against the mundane. Every blended gradient is a prayer for peace. When we talk about dreams in motion, we are talking about the fluid nature of our own identity. We are never just one thing. We are a collection of layers, some transparent, some opaque, some rough, and some polished. I am adding a vein of light now, using a thin rigger brush and a mixture of titanium white and iridescent silver. This is the hope line. No matter how dark the composition becomes, this line must persist. It is the visual equivalent of a deep, steady breath in the middle of a panic attack. It grounds the chaos. It gives the viewer a place to rest their eyes before they dive back into the storm. Now we enter the final transcendence, the stage where the painting begins to dictate its own ending. I'm stepping back, 5 meters away, looking at the balance of the weight. Is the left side too heavy with grief? Does the right side need more movement? This is the professional's eye looking for the golden ratio of emotion. We aren't checking for technical perfection. We are checking for emotional honesty. If I look at this and I don't feel a slight ache in my chest, it isn't finished. I add one final aggressive mark, a slash of neon orange that cuts through the center like a lightning bolt. It shouldn't work logically. It's too much. But in the world of dreams, too much is just the beginning. This mark represents the moment you decide to rise beyond what people expect of you. It is the defiance of the limit. As the studio lights begin to dim and the wet paint catches the last of the afternoon sun, we realize that the dream is no longer just in motion, it has arrived. The canvas is vibrating. The textures are so deep you could get lost in them for a lifetime. This piece, Dreams in Motion, is a testament to the fact that you are allowed to be unfinished. You are allowed to be a work in progress. The limits you thought were walls were actually just curtains, and you have just pulled them back. To every artist, every dreamer, and every soul who felt too small for the world, look at this. If a piece of cloth and some crushed minerals can become a window into eternity, imagine what you can do with your life. The journey doesn't end when the paint dries. It only begins when the viewer walks away and carries that spark of limitless energy into their own reality. I want you to take this feeling, this high-flow state, and apply it to the very next thing you do. Whether you are making breakfast, writing a report, or holding a hand, do it with the intensity of an abstract master. Do it with the knowledge that you are creating a world, one stroke at a time. The frame is gone. The limits are an illusion. The dream is finally, beautifully, and dangerously in motion.